Juan Noel, our band director, and Mrs. Amber Pickett and Mr. Doug Coffey, the faculty sponsor of the class of 2019. Líderes de la clase de 2019 están los directores de la preparatoria de San Luis, la señora Valerie Pandora y la líder de institución en Bellas Artes, Timothy A. Los estudiantes del último año del San Luis High School desean reconocer y agradecer al señor Juan Noel, nuestro director de la banda, y la señora Amber Pickett y el señor Doug Coffey, patrocinadores de la facultad para la clase del 2019.
La caída ya estuvo. Are y'all tired of walking?
Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Aney Romo, San Luis High School Student Body President. Permanezca de pie y únase a mí para dar la bienvenida a Aney Romo, presidenta del Cuerpo Estudiantil de la Preparatoria San Luis.
Good evening, graduates, staff, special guests, and family members. Welcome to the 2019 San Luis High School graduation. We now ask that everyone please stand for the presentations of the colors by the San Luis Police Department. Now, please join us in honoring our nation as the San Luis High School Band plays our national anthem. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anae Romo, and it has truly been an honor to represent San Luis High School as student body president. Throughout these 4 years, we've gathered memories and friends, and now we are all here, gathered as one body, one last time. Before moving on, I'd like to share a Dr. Seuss passage that was read to me by one of the teachers who has greatly influenced San Luis High School, Mr. Rebeck, our student council advisor and teacher. The passage reads, "And you will succeed. Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Buxbaum or Bixie or Bray or Mordecai Alley Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way." As we get on our way, I would like to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight to celebrate our graduation. And to that, I would also like to add that it's not only about the mountain, but it's about the climb. It is now my pleasure to introduce the guests joining us in our celebration. Please stand as I introduce you and remain standing for recognition. On the stage behind me, our guests include Yuma Union High School District Associate Superintendent, Mr. Tim Brienza. Yuma Union High School District Governing Board Member, Mr. Bruce Gwynn. Arizona State Representative for Legislative District 4, Ms. Charlene Fernandez. San Luis High School Assistant Principal, Mr. Rob Jankowski. San Luis High School Assistant Principal, Ms. Linda Coronado. Seated among the seniors, we have Mr. Carlos Ambriz, our entertainment marketing instructor, who will be recording our graduation to post on the school and district websites. Thank you, honored guests. Again, thank you all for joining us here tonight to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2019. Now, please welcome one of our two 2019 valedictorians, Noelia Rangel.
Good evening. I'm Rob Jankowski, Assistant Principal, and I'd like to take this time and opportunity to acknowledge Noelia's exceptional personal and academic achievement and officially recognize her as a co-valedictorian of San Luis High School Class of 2019. Associate Superintendent Tim Brienza will join me in the award Noelia Rangel's Medal of Distinction.
Thank you, Mr. Jankowski and Mr. Brianza, and good evening, fellow Sidewinders. I'd like to congratulate you all for being the graduating class of 2019. We are all gathered here in celebration of the end of 4 exciting, winding, slow, long, fast, boring, green, wild, slithering, loving, enlightening, difficult, easy, surprising, satisfying, overwhelming, underwhelming, whelming, important, life-changing, healthy, good, bad, sweet, bitter, sweet, sweet, bitter, balanced, stressful, relaxing, bonding, damaging, informative, uplifting years of high school. Now, if anyone is wondering why I bother to add so many adjectives, and no, it's not just to fill in space. It's because I wanted to reach as many people as possible. If there's one thing that fascinates me about people, it is their differences. I am in love with the fact that everyone grows up differently. Fourth period means something different for everyone. We experience life differently. But if there is one thing that we all have in common, it is that we will all take different paths. You may work for the same company, or you may even go to the same school, but know for a fact that your experience will be very different. Embrace those differences, because sometimes those differences are all we have in common. Go forth and do what you can with them, and be the very best you that you can be. High school was not the same for everyone. So now I ask you to celebrate the experience that you've had and the experiences that you will have. And I want you to look at the past, because the past is often clearer than the future. And say, hey, I could have done a little better, or hey, that was actually pretty good. Now, accompany me down a trip down memory lane. My freshman year, I used to sit in the library with my friend Andrea while I waited for Mr. Crairy's journalism club to start. And there was this one time, the librarian, Mrs. Aranda, told us that we were sitting there without a care, but before we knew it, she'd be signing our checkout sheets. We laughed about it then, not really knowing how short those years would be. But boy, was she right. My sophomore year, I attended my very first meeting of GSA. While attending GSA, I met with people who reached out to all, cared about each other, and were willing to support anyone who needed the help. My junior year, I joined NHS, where I was met with a group that would help me make my desire to help the community a reality. It was there that I collaborated with wonderful people like Mrs. Jacobson, who with their passion, enthusiasm, and over-the-top insistence on the follow-through will continue to improve the life of many. My senior year was a conjunction of all the things I had done the years before. This year, I depended on the support of many. Some wrote recommendation letters, some helped me clear my head, and others helped me without knowing they'd done a thing. My friend Paulo is supposed to be attending MIT this coming fall, and he attended his orientation this past weekend. When I asked him how he felt after visiting the campus, he told me that he felt intimidated. Excited, but intimidated nonetheless. He said he was nervous about living in such a large city and being around so many experienced and amazing people. He spoke to me about a girl whose ACT composite score was a 35. I am now telling you what I told him. In life, you will meet people who have done more than you, who will know more than you, who will be better looking you, who can sing better than you, and might even have a wider repertoire of ocean puns. It is likely that I have stacked more cherry tomatoes in my life than you have ever thought to eat. It is also likely that I have way too many history jokes on standby. Now, if you're thinking, what kind of nonsense is this? Please hear me out. Comparing yourself to others will only tear you apart. Embrace your differences. Be being in the moment that you are shows that you are just as capable as the people around you. Think of the quote, "Life is not about finding yourself. It is about creating yourself," by George Bernard Shaw. That's what high school is about. It's about becoming a person and building relationships, thinking about the present and the future. For me, high school was about growing as a person and finding the things that inspired me and gave me a path to follow. It was about learning from people and teachers like Mrs. Duquette/McKeo/Duquette, who push you in the classroom, but are readily ready to support you. To teachers who you didn't need to have a class with, to know that they were just as willing to help. I know I said that everyone experiences things differently, but if you got just as much as I did from these people, you'll have an interesting story to tell. So now, I ask you to look forward and think very hard about what it is you're going to do with your tomorrows. Are you going to dance? Are you going to cook? Are you going to meet friends? Are you going to conquer the world? Wherever it is the wind takes you, keep your head high. Embrace your differences and don't be afraid of changing. Lead the life of a sidewinder. Thank you, class of 2019. Please welcome to the stage my fellow valedictorian, Nitant Soni.
You know our students are exceptional when we have not one, but two class valedictorians. Nitant Soni not only represents excellence in academic achievement and civic involvement, he continually seeks challenges that will allow him to grow. It is my privilege to officially recognize him as our co-valedictorian of San Luis High School class of 2019. Mr. Brienza will join me in the award of Nitant Soni's Medal of Distinction.
These hats are hard to get on. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jankowski and Mr. Brienza. Good evening, honored guests, faculty, alumni, parents, friends, and proud class of 2019. We made it. Thanks to each and every person here who has made a difference and made it all possible. Thank you for allowing us to make wonderful memories here. And guess what? We didn't leave anyone behind. It looks like the whole class of 2019 is here. The fact that we are here tonight, awarded with all these honor cords and awards, is proof of our commitment to excellence. Congratulations. I didn't expect this day to come by so quick. Did you? The last 4 years just flew by. Our first step in high school, day one, feeling lost and confused, trying to figure out where to go for English class or science class. Wearing giant backpack.
Bring up the mic. Bring up the mic. Bring up the mic.
All the firsts in high school. First year freshman, first basketball game, first soccer game, first failing grade, first achievement, and we learned a lot. We learned to dab, we learned to whoa, and we even created our own slang and hairstyles, and we worked hard. I would do it all over again if I could, but I'm not Thanos, so I can't just snap us back 4 years. This class of 2019 is undoubtedly the most exciting, resilient, hardworking, and fun class. Remember, in the end, it's always the journey that leaves more impact than the destination. So I would like to quote one of the greatest philosophical poets of our time, Drake, who said, "Before you give up, think of the reason you held on so long." He also said, I was born to make mistakes, not to fake perfection. Our generation is the special one. Born at the turn of the century, 2000, the millennials, the hashtag generation, the most tech-savvy kids. Think about it. Honestly, we've created our own language. Raise your hands if you understand what the terms lit or SMH mean. Yeah? Now, only our generation understands when somebody says, hey, I'm gonna bounce. Imagine saying that to your grandparents, honestly. They'll be so confused, like, wait a minute, he's gonna bounce? What does he mean? Now, as I look back, I can't think of anything other than fun days. All the memories, just the laughter, the fun, and more fun. There's no stressful days. Well, there were, but still. Like Charles Dickens said, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. Each one of us celebrated our successes and failures. And now what? We're turning over a new leaf in our lives, so we have to find out what next. Are we ready to learn from those little mistakes and wise up already? Or are we gonna make more silly mistakes until we finally decide to grow up? I'm not here to preach you on that. That's your prerogative, but no matter where we go from here, let's ensure to give something back to this community and this institution that has given us all the hopes and dreams. Don't forget your roots, because that is what makes us unique. Our generation is special. We don't let anyone tell us what gives us happiness. So go out there and find your happiness and your purpose in life. Because guess what? You don't have to have it all chalked out today. Without finding the purpose, you will all be lost, but you don't need to be in a hurry to find it right now. You don't suddenly start acting wise and feeling wise overnight. But eventually, you'll figure it out. William Shakespeare said that some are born great and some achieve greatness. Here I am, not really sure if I can categorize myself in either one. But one thing I know for sure, I want to try everything that I dream of. Whether I fall or climb, I'm ready to try to fail and try to learn from my mistakes. Help anyone that I can and focus on the little things to stay happy as I explore my path. Without making errors, we cannot refine ourselves. But of course, to make errors, you have to take the plunge and try first. So go out there and try, experiment, give your best shot, and if you still fail, you're not going to regret it. At least you will have the satisfaction that you tried. If you want to be a singer, start now. Upload videos online, make a band, or sing solo on the streets. Do something to keep that passion alive. Don't just keep planning about that one day where you're suddenly going to become a singer overnight. Success won't come overnight. Remember that. Tonight is the night that gives us the push to start doing, to start acting on our dreams. Don't be afraid of failure. Be ready to face it. Try everything that you ever wished for. Don't wait for someone to come and tell you how to walk the talk. Try it yourself. Start now. We are lucky that knowledge is on our fingertips in today's world. Use it, explore it, and make the best use of your life. Every step, no matter how small it is, will take you one step further. So keep walking and keep taking those tiny steps. We don't need to make any giant leaps in one go. Let's show to everyone that we are the generation that is fearless and ready to try everything under the sun. Mr. Jacobson always says, always leave a place better than you found it. It's your opportunity to go out there and make this world a better place. Show them what the class of 2019 has to offer. And remember, don't let high school be the best 4 years of your life. There's way more to come. So congratulations, class of 2019. I wish you all the best of luck.
Hold it close though to your mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the top 10 students of the class of 2019. What these students represent is 4 years of hard work, dedication, and motivation to strive for academic excellence. Day in and day out, these students came to school and worked hard to achieve success. All of them have received scholarships or monetary awards that would allow them to continue their education beyond the scope of high school. I'm proud to recognize each one of their accomplishments. As I call your names, please come forward and receive your certificate of achievement from Assistant Principal Robert Jankowski. Pause until we have all of the students in front of the podium, and please remain standing. Okay. Victoria Martinez Munguia. Angel Juarez Sanchez. Ruby Alvarez Rincon. Vanessa Aguilar. Sebastian Rojas. Anne Romo. Itzel Mesa Coronado. Isaac Felix Cano. Noelia Rangel. Nitan Sony. Please help me congratulate these students for their exceptional dedication to academic excellence. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the president of the class of 2019, Vivian Ruola Paredes.
Let her know she's got to hold it close to her. Huh?
Hi, Vivian. Just put the mic very close to you as you speak.
Good evening. I am Vivian Ruola, class of 2019 president. We are gathered here tonight to honor the graduating class of 2019. But if it weren't for the support and encouragement of the dedicated staff and teachers here at San Luis High School, many of us wouldn't here today for this very special occasion. The following individuals hold a very special place in the hearts and lives of the seniors here and were chosen to be our honor guards. Please stand and be acknowledged when your name is called. Ms. Malva Alvarez. Mr. Timothy Ames. Mr. Daniel Barraza. Mr. Manuel Buchanan. Mrs. Iris Castillo. Ms. Jessica Dequette. Pablo Duran. Ms. Kim Elg. Mr. Carlos Garcia. Ms. Zaira Gonzalez. Mr. Gerardo Huerta. Ms. Jessica Huerta Padilla. Mrs. Betsy Jacobson. Mr. Zachary Kelly. Mrs. Jimena Ortega. Mrs. Amber Pacewick. Ms. Angela Quirm. Mr. Fernando Ramirez. Mr. Tim Rebick, Mr. Jesus Rojas, Mrs. Wimin Sanchez, Mr. Lucio Sanchez, Mrs. Rosa Toledo McDougall, Jesucita Valdez, Ms. Margarita Villa, Mr. Ricardo Villa, Mr. Seth Wineland, Mr. Gerardo Zaragoza. Thank you, Honor Guards, for all you have done for Class of 2019. And now, please welcome Assistant Principal Rob Jankowski.
Thank you. Good evening. The class of 2019 is truly an outstanding graduating class. It is indeed an honor for me to describe just a few of their accomplishments. This year, athletically, we had teams qualifying for state tournaments in boys soccer, in baseball. We had outstanding individual performances, whether it was a team or an individual sport. Academically, the class of 2019 has received over $7 million in scholarships, which includes 2 Quest Bridge recipients to Dartmouth College and Stanford University. One Dorrance Scholarship and scholarships to MIT and Colgate. Through career and technical education, our graduates were members of the largest number of students completing a CTE program in school history. In Arizona state competition, there were 2 first-place finishers in engineering and early childhood development. And we had the only campus with 4 state officers. It truly has been a great year to be a Sidewinder. Check, check. When you leave here tonight, you'll travel many different places. Some of you will immediately join the workforce. Others will probably serve in our nation's military. And still, many others will continue their career or their education as they enter college. Each of these paths has its pitfalls and its rewards. However, the way in which you approach the pitfalls of your chosen path will make all the difference in whether or not you are successful. Tonight, you are the class for the last time. Although it may trouble you, but the separation is inevitable. You must now look to the future, but take with you the knowledge, experiences, memories, and pride you have acquired from your relationships with the people here at San Luis High School. I wish each and every one of you the happiness of a productive life, the respect of your fellow human beings, and the love of your family. Best of luck and congratulations. I'd now like to invite District Governing Board Member Mr. Bruce Gwynn to join me at the podium. Mr. Gwynn, I certify that each student seated before you has completed the required courses of study as specified by the State High School Board of Education and the Yuma Union High School District. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of San Luis High School, I present to you the absolute best and brightest of the communities of San Luis and Gadsden and the state of Arizona, the San Luis High School class of 2019.
By the authority vested in me by the Arizona State Board of Education and the Governing Board of the Yuma Union High School District, I hereby certify and declare the class of 2019 duly qualified for graduation, having met all the requirements of the state of Arizona and the Yuma Union High School District Governing Board. The 2019 class of San Luis High School qualifies for all rights and deserving privileges associated with the graduation and the diploma.
Thank you, Mr. Gwynn. Honor Guard, please prepare your rows. Team, prepare the distribution of diplomas.
Noelia Rangel.
López Márquez Kimberly.
Isaac Félix Nitan Sony.
Martínez Montejo Montserrat.
Isaac Félix Cano.
López Naranjo Tania.
Itzel Mesa Coronado.
Katia Anaí López.
Aney Romo.
López Vargas Lisset.
Sebastián Rojas Rivera.
Luquen Lía.
Vanessa Aguiar.
Luna Jitsi.
Ruby Álvarez Rincón.
Madero Jessica.
Ángel Juárez Sánchez.
Madrid Salas José.
Victoria Martínez.
Ada María Maya.
Madrigal Jonathan.
Ada María Maya Flores.
Melanie Madrigal.
Alexia Arce.
Misael Madrigal.
Christopher Basura Beltrán.
José Mancinas.
Patricia Berry.
Isaías Manjarres.
Mariana Galvez.
Adriana Marín.
David Urola.
Emiliano Márquez.
Juan Juárez.
Melissa Márquez.
Jacqueline López Morales.
Rigoberto Márquez Guerrero.
Jimena Reina.
Armando Martínez.
Francesca Salgado Paredes.
Jason Martínez.
Montserrat Torres.
Jasmine Martínez.
Víctor Abdo,
Jesús Alberto Martínez.
Ivette Aceves,
Jesús Carlos Martínez.
Melanie Aceves Ruano,
Lorna Martínez.
Graciela Acuña,
Rodolfo Doñas.
Betsy Aguilar,
Dulce Medina.
Evelyn Aguilar,
Rubén Medina.
Ashley Aguilar Ibarra,
Alfonso Mejía.
José Aguirre,
Roxana Mejía.
Yesley Aguirre,
Samantha Mejía González.
Marisol Aguirre Ríos,
Alan Melendres.
Jasmine Agúndez Martínez,
Azarel Melendres.
Héctor Aispuro,
Kevin Melendres.
Valeria Aispuro,
María Jabrila Méndez.
Carlos Alatorre,
Paul Méndez.
Erika Albarrán,
Noé Méndez.
Juan Alcala,
Gerardo Mendívil.
Raúl Aldana,
Karina Mendoza.
José Alegría,
Sonia Mendoza.
Brenda Alejandré,
Stephanie Mendoza Hughes.
Rogelio Alvarado Martínez,
Alexis Meneses.
Alexis Álvarez,
Joel Mercado.
Yulisa Álvarez,
Jasmine Mercado Rubalcaba.
Miguel Álvarez,
Cardani Mesa.
Estefanía Álvarez Redondo,
David Mesa.
Arián Albeláez Arispuro,
José Mesa Redondo.
Cristina Amaya Bustamante,
Alejandra Mesa González.
Marcial Ambriz,
Erika Mesa Angulo.
¿cómo quieres? Isaac Ames,
Jocelyn Milán Rodríguez.
Omar Anaya,
Christian Miramontes.
Carlos Anchondo López,
Laishka Molina.
Carlos Andrade Ábalos,
Pablo Molina.
Ariana Andrade Mendoza,
Lenin Molina Espinosa.
Elian Angulo.
Eduardo Mondaca.
Saúl Angulo.
Francisco Monge.
Juan Angulo.
Abdiel Montañez.
Samuel Apodaca Uribe.
José Montano Rivas.
Christopher Aragón.
Arturo Morales.
Andrea Aranda.
Juan Morales Navarro.
Denise Aranda Vizcarra.
Reina Morales Landeros.
Fernanda Arias.
Manuel Morales Zúñiga.
Sherlyn Armendaris.
Esimereb Moreno.
Gisette Arredondo Félix.
Elsa Moreno.
Brian Arredondo Lazalde.
Oscar Moreno.
Diana Arriaga.
Alain Moreno.
Laritza Arballo Reyes.
Danitza Moreno Méndez.
Alexis Astorga.
David Moya.
Samuel Astorga.
Arlet Muela Contreras.
Joey Ávila.
Manuel Munguía Carranza.
Brian Badachi Contreras.
Alessandra Muñoz.
Jennifer Barajas Villarreal.
Edgar Muñoz.
Mildred Barcelo Valtierra.
Leonor Muñoz.
Alicia Barraza.
Jessica Muñoz.
José Bedoy.
Yeilín Muñoz Arce.
Christopher Beltrán.
Luz Murrieta.
Elliot Beltrán.
Brian Nance.
Pamela Beltrán.
Jesús Nápoles Barraza.
Valeria Beltrán.
Es Juliana, no Julia.
Naomi Navarreto Román.
Sí, pero
Anthony Beltrán Esparza.
Carlos Navarro.
Juliana Beltrán Viveros.
Elías Navarro.
Crestor Benavides.
Juan Neblina.
Natalia Bernal.
is this all right? Okay.
Jessica Negrete.
Better.
David Bencourt.
Iracema Negrete Félix.
Fabriel Bobadilla.
Nevares Paulette.
Luis Borga.
Frank Nieto Ortega.
Denise Botello Luna.
Adriana Nicasio.
Deña Brocamonte.
Jimena Nogales.
Franco Bustamante.
Samantha Norzagaray.
Julissa Bustamante.
Luz Noyola Miranda.
Edgar Bustamante Higuera.
Alberto Núñez García.
Ernesto Bustíos.
Aileen Núñez Ibarra.
Diego Bustos.
Francisco Ocaño.
Cindy Busani.
Cristian Ochoa.
Saúl Calderón.
Matthew Ochoa Luna.
Marcos Camacho.
Graciela Ochoa Pérez.
Melissa Camargo.
Paulina Olea.
Aileen Campa de Alba.
Kevin Olivas.
Marisa Campa Sandoval.
Brisa Olivera.
Yasmin Campaign.
Daniel Olivera.
Regina Campos.
Marta Ornelas.
Brianda Cárdenas.
Evelyn Orona Gándara.
Catani Cárdenas.
María Orozco.
Roxanne Cárdenas.
Rey Ortega Coronado.
Adriana Carranza.
Isla Ortega Velázquez.
Alma Carranza.
Es Alexia Carreón Bustamante.
Isaí Ortiz.
Alexia Carrión Bustamante.
Marian Ortiz.
Ana Carrillo Velázquez.
Andrés Ovalle León.
Brian Casas Valenzuela.
Angélica Ovante.
Laura Casillas.
Yerenia Osuna Vázquez.
Alexis Castañeda.
Edith Pacheco.
Andrea Castañeda.
Alexis Padilla.
Melissa Castañeda.
Dana Padilla.
Osmara Castillo.
Francisco Padilla Mejía.
Nadia Castillo Morales.
Jonathan Padilla Méndez.
Yasmin Castillo Pinela.
Marta Palacios.
Axel Castillo Pulido.
Saúl Palacios.
Daphne Castillo Rivera.
Nazareo Palma.
A huevo, a ver. Alan.
Jacqueline Palomera Cepeda.
Alan Castorena.
Cris Parache.
Emiliano Zelaya.
Michelle Parra.
Andrea Centeno.
Ariana Parra Botello.
José Cerda.
Jennifer Partida.
Catherine Cervantes Ponce.
Celia Patiño Coronado.
Ana Karen Chaboya.
Marta Peña.
Dulce Chávez.
Norma Peralta.
Ana Chávez Correa.
Néstor Peralta Higuera.
Aidalí Clark.
Damaris Pérez.
¿Y no ahora se me la hacen?
Colación.
Colación.
Britney Colación Reyes.
María Pérez.
Brian Contreras.
Sebastián Pérez.
Giovanni Contreras.
José Pérez Rojas.
Juan Contreras.
Arik Pérez Salazar.
Marla Contreras.
Andrea Pillado González.
Reina Contreras.
Vanessa Pineda.
Daphne Contreras Lua.
Alberto Plantillas.
Briana Corona.
Michelle Platas.
Leonardo Coronel López.
Sara Porras.
Jaime Corral.
Sofía Pulido.
Omario Corral Williams.
Brittany Pullín.
Astrid Correa.
Aiden Quijada García.
Vanessa Correa.
André Quintana.
Marco Correa López.
Leslie Quintero.
Diego Cortés.
Abigail Ramírez.
Alondra Cortés.
Alexia Ramírez.
Abraham Cusillo.
Dayana Ramírez.
José Alejandro Cruz.
Fernanda Ramírez.
Julissa Cruz.
Mirka Ramírez.
Melissa Cruz.
Liza Ramírez Ávila.
Paulo Cruz Valencia.
Alexia Ramírez Martínez.
Víctor Cubias.
Heidi Ramírez González.
Paulo Curiel.
Alba Ramírez Padilla.
Paulina de la Cruz.
Darius Ramón.
Julio de la Rocha.
Genaro Ramos.
David de León Chávez.
Samuel Rascón Aguilar.
Christopher del Valle.
Jesús Rondón.
Omar Delgadillo.
Jacqueline Rentería.
Carla Delgado.
Simon Rentería.
Abimael Delgado Morales.
William Rentería.
Evan Diarte.
Nicky Rentería González.
Brian Díaz.
Yasmín Rentería Medrano.
Karina Díaz Ruiz.
Alan Reyes.
Rachel Díaz Sánchez.
Brisa Reyes.
Eli Duarte Mora.
Lía Reyes.
Fernando Durazo Contreras.
Lino Reyes.
Rubén Elenes.
Liza Reyes Martínez.
Francisco Elías Correa.
Mariana Reyes Sarabia.
Richard Encinas.
Valeria Reyes Verdugo.
Enrique Encinas Cárdenas.
Gabriela Reyes Sánchez.
Francisco Enríquez.
Nereida Ríos.
Johan Escobar.
Alan Ríos Duarte.
César Escobar Ledesma.
Yajaira Ríos Vallejo.
Marina Cervantes.
América de Jesús Rivas.
Ociel Cruz.
Leonardo Rivas. Leonardo Rivera.
Alejandra Esparza Larios.
Abril Rivera Álvarez.
Michelle Cruz Molina.
Ángel Rivera Orozco.
Airame Espinosa.
Mónica Robledo.
Arilene Espinosa.
Gabriel Robles Gauna.
Maritza Espinosa.
Miguel Robles Viera.
Marlet Esqueda.
Kenia Lepro.
Oscar Estrada Amaya.
José Rodelo.
Víctor Estudillo.
Abigail Rodríguez.
Luis Félix.
Brian Rodríguez.
Pedro Félix.
Dagoberto Rodríguez.
Valeria Félix Santiago.
Juan Rodríguez.
Fabián Fernández.
María Rodríguez.
Sofía Ferrer Lara.
Marisa Rodríguez.
Ramiro Fierro. Ramiro Fierro.
Milet Rodríguez.
Bien, Laure Yeselín Rodríguez.
Akira Fierro Fajardo.
Jocelyn Rodríguez.
Elizabeth Figueroa.
Justin Rodríguez Álvarez.
Kenneth Fimbres Leiva.
Carlos Rodríguez.
Alexandra Fletes.
Eric Rodríguez Enríquez.
Alejandro Flores.
Ángela Rodríguez Martínez.
Se me quedó caminando Alexia Rojas.
Alexis Flores.
Alexia Rojas.
Elvis Flores.
Guadalupe Rojas.
Aileen Flores.
Karime Rojas García.
Isaac Flores.
Anaí Rojo.
Jacqueline Flores.
Andrés Román.
Jocelyn Flores.
Carlos Román.
Veraña Flores.
Jairo Romero.
Leonardo Flores Durán.
Nelly Rosiles.
Damián Flores Esparza.
Iván Rubalcaba Gómez.
Adriana Flores Quirarte.
Ángel Rubio.
Loreña Flores Sánchez.
Aleida Ruiz.
Alfredo Fonseca Siqueros.
Matthew Ruiz.
Saúl Fuentes.
Jennifer Ruiz.
Samantha Fuentes Mendoza.
Andrea Ruiz Corona.
Ángel Gallardo.
Karina Ruiz Escobar.
Julie Galván.
Andrew Salas. Kevin Salas Pérez.
Brandon Gámez.
Anaí Salazar.
Carlos Gámez.
Priscila González Fregoso.
Eduardo Gámez.
Diego Salazar.
Saraí Gámez Castro.
Valeria Salazar Valenzuela.
Juan Gaona.
Alex Saldaña.
Arturo García.
Salvador Saldaña Viera.
Diana García.
Gildardo Salgado.
Francisco García.
Yareli Salgado.
Jacob García.
Juan Salinas.
Misael García.
Mirna Salinas.
Y Adán.
Ciadani García.
María García.
Jesús Salomón Niebla.
María García.
Gabriel Samaniego.
Brenda García Figueroa.
Rodolfo Samaniego Trujillo.
Alín García Gómez.
Agustín Sánchez.
Sebastián García Jauregui.
Alejandra Sánchez.
Iván García Juárez.
Puede decir Abigail.
Ashley Sánchez.
Abigail García Lugo.
Marisol Sánchez.
Raúl García Muñoz.
Carlos Sánchez Bastidas.
Jesús García.
Adrián Sánchez Chávez.
Melanie García.
Emilio Sánchez Lizárraga.
Jesús García Tafoya.
Julieta Sánchez Soto.
Kevin Garibay Arellano.
Cassandra Sandoval.
Laura Garza.
Edgar Sandoval.
Juan Gastelum.
Teresa Sandoval.
Abigail Gaitán.
Fernanda Sandoval Hernández.
Ricardo Gaitán.
Eric Santana.
Eric Gaitán Aguilar.
Gina Sarabia.
César Gil Salazar.
Víctor Sepúlveda.
Carol Godoy Luna.
Kelly Serpas Serrano.
Eric Gómez. Too loud, too loud. Check.
Stephanie Serrano.
Alexa González.
José Serrano.
Alexis González.
Aratzai Sierras Rubalcaba.
André González.
Brianna Solís.
Cassandra González.
Andrea Solórzano Rosas.
Eduardo González.
Alan Sosa Reyes.
Jacqueline González.
Alexia Sota.
Kevin Cienfuegos.
Bernardo Soto.
Lita González.
Charles Soto.
Alondra González Albeláez.
Joalmo Soto.
Kelly González Chávez.
Kiabeth Soto Patiño.
Eric Granados.
Ángel Soto.
Ay, qué miedo.
Brittany Guerrero Chávez.
Denise Tejeda Gómez.
Luis Guerrero Muñiz. Melissa Guerrero.
Juan Tirado.
Brianna Gutiérrez.
Kenia Tirado.
Edalí Gutiérrez.
Andy Tiscareño.
Karim Gutiérrez.
Alberto Torres.
Paulina Gutiérrez.
Ángela Torres.
Sofía Gutiérrez.
Evelyn Torres.
Lisbeth Gutiérrez Escobedo.
Leslie Tobar.
Giselle Gutiérrez Gómez.
Jorge Tobar Fimbres.
Giovanna Gutiérrez.
Brandon Trejo.
Brianna Gutierrez Tapia.
Brian Trejo.
Mario Guzmán.
Alfredo Trujillo Sánchez.
Giselle Eras. Giselle Eras.
Daniela Ulloa.
Sebastián Heredia Payán.
Mía Ulloa.
Paulina Heredia Suárez.
Giovanna Uribe.
Reylinda Hermosillo Castañón.
Jesús Urrea.
Cassandra Hernández.
Vanessa Valdés.
José Daniel Hernández.
Yamilet Valdés.
José Humberto Hernández.
Ivania Valdés Torres.
Kian Hernández.
Itzel Valdivia. Itzel.
María Hernández.
Carlos López León.
Nancy Hernández.
Kevin Salas.
José Hernández Cordero.
Harold Valencia.
DJ Hernández Flores.
Ni modo que no se acuerde de mi nombre.
Brianda Valenzuela Campos.
Felicidades, amiguita.
Yayo Hernández.
Carmen Valle.
Diana Hernández Lares.
Montserrat Vallejo Rangel.
Luis Hernández Leso.
Jessica Vallejo Sánchez.
Irene Hernández Navarro.
Aileen Vargas.
Juan Jesús Hernández Navarro.
Israel Vargas.
Victoria Hernández Rizo.
Adriana Vargas.
Víctor Hernández Saldaña.
Carolyn Vázquez.
I'll put it on the side. Alfa Hernández Salgado.
¿Lo puedes decir en inglés?
Fernanda Vázquez Sandoval.
Gabriela Hughes Zavala.
Cristian Vázquez.
Annie Huizar.
Osvaldo Vázquez.
Daisy Huizar Ochoa.
You hungry too?
Adamari Vázquez Correa.
Itzel Ibarra.
Amairani Vázquez Correa.
José Ibarra.
Joana Velasco López.
Palmiro Ibarra Salas.
Andrea Velázquez.
Luis Infante García.
Jorge Vera Villegas.
Héctor Jacobo.
Nayeli Verdugo Velázquez.
Kevin Jaral Palacios.
Anaíd Viera.
Brian Jiménez.
Andrés Villa.
Javier Jiménez.
Noel Villa.
Jessica Jiménez.
Ricardo Villa. Ricardo Villa.
Francisco Juárez.
Yamilein Escalante.
Raúl Juárez Hernández.
Cindy Hernández Rodríguez.
Leilani Juárez López.
Christine Villacorta.
Marisa Landeros.
Orlando Villagrana.
Ramón Landeros.
Jonathan Villanueva.
Diana Lara.
Jocelyn Villanueva.
Francisco Lara.
Arlet Villapura Barreras.
Isaac Lara.
Osvaldo Villarreal Macías.
Anthony Lara Figueroa.
Nancy Villegas.
Joel Larios.
Adrián Villegas García.
Mirta Ledesma Quesada.
Gilberto Villegas. Gilberto Villegas Patiño.
Kisha León.
Jacob Watson.
Kevin León.
Christian Huitrado.
Johan Leiva.
Alexa Zamora.
Nidia León.
Omar Zaragoza.
Priscila Llamas.
Alexandra Zarate.
Michaela Lomelí.
Freddy Zavala.
Jessica Longoria.
Ashley Cepeda.
Adamari López.
Liliana Cepeda.
Axel López.
We made it.
You did.
Raquel Espinosa.
Joel López.
Francisco Rodríguez.
José López. Ludwig López.
Marisa Pancratz.
Valeria López. Bianca López Aguilar. Rafael López Ceballos. Miguel López Cervantes. Leilani López Córdoba.
Héctor Zúñiga.
Stay up for that, okay? Wait for everyone to get back.
Class of 2019, please rise and present yourself as graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the newest graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the newest graduates of San Luis High School, the class of 2019.